Hi, today I'm going to read you a poem. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a Pikachu mouse. The Pokeballs were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that Professor Oak soon would be there. The trainers were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of rare candies danced in their heads. And LRR in his cap and his wife in her hat had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed just to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a sparrow, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny Stantler, with a little driver so lively and quick I knew in a moment it must be Professor Oak. More rapid than Pidgeot's coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Bulbasaur, now Charmander, now Squirtle and Eevee, on Jigglypuff, on Meowth, on Psyduck and Snorlax. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and Professor Oak too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney Professor Oak came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of Pokeballs he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up in a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a reed. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the Pokeballs, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So I hope you enjoyed that poem. It was generated by AI, so it wasn't the best. But I did change some of the words to try and make it a little more Pokemon oriented. It did a decent job dropping names in, but you know, not the greatest. I also noticed that like some of the stuff didn't really make sense in context of Professor Oak, so sorry about that. I should have dropped in Professor Willow instead of Professor Oak, but you know, hey, it's good. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas if you're celebrating Christmas, whether you're celebrating, you know, the arrival of Santa or Professor Oak in this case, or if you're celebrating the birth of Jesus, or if you're just having a day with family and friends, or if you have to work. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas. So I just hope you all have a great day, and Merry Christmas.